jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go. Quick, 180.
A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's make 13.
Here's Foles. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set. 19. Coming. 24.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself.
I did not try to do that shit.
Anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taking it about the 36. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Foles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, sound one. Hey, box truck.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
49 is the mic. 12. Where'd he go?
Now Foles. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Watson.
Oh, my
the
God.
Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Saints have taken the early lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs.
Lock down.
A 2nd down.
Lock down.
There, but it's incomplete.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. Check three. 1. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off.
Lockdown.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
What is that? 19.
They'll toss it to Miller. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
24. 7. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, my God.
That'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13. Let's go. Great. Hey. High 7.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
What we got? What we got? Bravo!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We're set. 18. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Alert. 7. Mike 7. I got you. I got you.
3rd and 2, Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Tight, watch left.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, we got 3 down. Shit.
24.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
Wrap up.
Still moving. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Watson now on second down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, someone.
31's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Under. Rush in.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And an alley to run. Lamar Miller. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Miller, 85 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You can break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
It's a party now.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Powering forward. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Girl. 25, check 25.
From the 35 on second down. Foles, he's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 58 yards. On first and goal, Dixon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenneth Dixon. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. 19. I got you, punk. Hey, we got time right. 3 down. Hey, 55. Delta.
On first down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
What are you doing?
Trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's third down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Oh, no, baby. What are you doing?
New Orleans. John Ross, 75 yards. Saints add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They'll run on 1st down. Dixon.
Damn.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kenneth Dixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
You want to, how you feel? Oh, okay.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Damn.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set. 19. Danny.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
A carry here for the big tight end. Well, he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 67 yards on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Flush to his right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive, I mean, remember we talked with the offensive line, and one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go. What is he?
He's 59. Mike the 59. Hey.
On 1st down, it's Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Foles.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to go down. His own 5-yard line.
Them boys so locked down out there.
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now.
Man, that boy's
for
on
him on the year.
lockdown.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far.
Oh.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check it.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What's that? 19. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. 59.
On second and 11 now. Watson, he'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, I should have gunned it.
Incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air yet again, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now it's Watson. Being chased out left. His pass caught with the 4. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Where's the set? 19.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
Put it down, put it down.
Watson looks to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Saints are pouring it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh,
fifth tune.
yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go! 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. I got him. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Dixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Everybody go. Everybody go.
Under.
Watch twist. Watch
They will run it. It's McKissick.
Everybody
and that
go.
one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
DK Metcalf playing?
Hey,
Man,
I got
I
it.
ain't noticed him.
Get ready.
Two times.
They give running right. Dixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st. Now a handoff for Dixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Motion, bump.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on Ringo. Tight end.
No time now.
Key 26. Key 26.
He'll have a first down past the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that'll bring up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little pass.
Golden Tate's going to go, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence
Now
against
kicking
their
the
opponents
ball.
now. Because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Girl. 31's the mic. I got it. 31's
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.